Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, my name is Putu Paramita Valerie. My student number are 201-301-1065. I'm from 4A Mathematics Education class. Today, I want to present about solve quadratic equation with factoring. A quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, with a or the coefficient of x squared is not equals to 0. We have always remember that a is a coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant value. A quadratic equation usually is solved in one of four algebraic ways. They are factoring, applying the square root property, completing the square, and applying the quadratic formula. In this video, we will just talk about the factoring way. Solving quadratics by factoring. Solving a quadratic equation by factoring depends on the zero product property. The zero product property states that if a times b equals to 0, then either a equals to 0 or b equals to 0. For the first example, solve x squared minus 2x equals to 15 by using factoring. We know before that the common form of the quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So the first thing we need to do is change the form of this equation to be a common form of the quadratic equation. First, get all terms on one side of the equation. From x squared minus 2x equals 15 become x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals to 0 by adding both sides of this equation with negative 15. So now we have the common form of this equation in the right side here. For the second step is factoring the quadratic. And here we know the value of a or the coefficient of x squared is 1. So all we need to do is find two numbers that if we multiply them equals to negative 15, and if we add it equals to negative 2. We have two pair of number which when we multiply them equals to negative 15. They are negative 5 times 3 or negative 3 times 5. So now we choose one which if we add them equals to negative 2. So the answer is negative 5 and 3. And now we write them into two parentheses like this: x minus 5 times x plus 3 equals to 0. For the last step is apply the zero product property. X minus 5 times x plus 3 equals to 0. We know from the definition is if a times b equals to 0, then either a equals to 0 or b equals to 0. A in this equation is x minus 5 and b in this case is x plus 3. So x minus 5 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. For this equation, we add both sides of this equation with 5. So we got x equals to 5. For the second equation, we adding both sides of this equation with -3. So we got x equals to -3. So the answer of this equation is x equals to 5 or x equals to 3. For the second example, solve 2x squared equals -9x minus 4 by using factoring. Same as before, the first step is get all terms on one side of the equation. From 2x squared equals -9x minus 4 become 2x squared plus 9x plus 4 equals to 0 by adding both sides of this equation with 9x plus 4. For the second step is factoring the quadratic. Here we have no problem because the value of a or the coefficient of x squared is not equals to 1. So we need to do is multiply a value with the c value. 2 times 4 equals to 8. So we need to do is find two numbers that if we multiply them equals to 8 and if we add them equals to 9. Here we have two pairs of number which when we multiplied equals to 8. They are 1 and 8 or 2 and 4. Now we choose the one that if we add it equals to 9. So the numbers is 1 and 8. So we're replacing the value of 9x with 1x plus 8x. And then we factor grouping, and for the first two terms we take out the greatest common factor which is x. So 2x squared divided by x equals 2x and 1x divided by x is 1. For the last two terms we take out the greatest common factor which is 4. So 8x divided by 4 equals 2x and 4 divided by 4 it's 1. If you found the two term it's same, that's mean you on the right track, so keep it going. Now you can write the same terms into the one parenthesis like this, and the outside stuff we can write it into the one parenthesis next. So we got 2x plus 1 times x plus 4 equals to 0. For the last step is apply the zero product property. We know from the definition if a times b equals to 0, then either a equals to 0 or b equals to 0. So in this case 2x plus 1 is a and x plus 4 is b. So 2x plus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 4 equals to 0. For the first equation we need to do is adding both sides of this equation with -1. So we got 2x equals -1, and then we divided both sides of this equation with 2. So we got x equals to -1/2. And then for the second equation we need to do is add the both sides of this equation with -4. So we got x equals to -4. I'm sorry, there's a mistake. Next is exercise. So you can understand more about this lesson, here we have some equation that you can solve with factoring. So don't forget to try. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this video will help you to learn about solve quadratic equation with factoring. So see you on the next video. Goodbye, have a nice day. Om Santi 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 Om.